LeBron fakes the block on Rondo.
These dudes are just clowning everybody.
Because why? It's so easy at this point?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, why not?
LeBron has always been about team chemistry. This team has it. I go back to the Heat when they were doing the Harlem Shake and the lock. They were having fun. This team is having fun, and that is dangerous for everybody else.
All right, let's show you another one from this game.
Never seen the guy fake
the block.
That was great.
LeBron going between the legs to Dwight Howard for the dunk. Watch this again.
Let's see, so all this is year 17 LeBron recreating a prime Magic Johnson highlight.
Yep.
Wearing the Lakers uniforms. And Dwight, old man Dwight, get you up there.
Man, how about his, second coming? I mean, this is unbelievable, the backside of his career.
I hate to say this, the Boogie injury is really sad for Boogie.
Yep.
But for the Lakers, they probably don't sign Dwight without Boogie. Boogie could have been maybe a third rail factor here the team didn't need. Dwight's been outstanding. LeBron obviously has been, well, LeBron.
All right, moving on now. There's a lot of drama surrounding the New England Patriots this week. Shortly before kickoff yesterday, Fox's Jay Glazer revealed this exclusive footage that he obtained of the Patriots filming the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, in the video, a security guard confronts the Patriots videographer. The videographer then offers to delete the tape, which included shots of the Bengals sideline. Important to note, the NFL prohibits filming this part of the field. Nick, what was your reaction to the latest developments here?
Well, you now see why Cincinnati is so upset. Why Cincinnati wanted to make sure this story got out into the public by, in my opinion, my best guesstimate is telling a local reporter, ask us about this. So it was in open forum at the press conference. Why Cincinnati has been adamant in going to the league and discussing it, and why my guess is Cincinnati wanted to make sure this showed up in the best NFL reporters' hands on the best NFL pregame show with the most people watching, because they think they have them dead to rights, and I do too.
They just might.
That video, it would have been against the rules if it was a wide shot of the entire field the whole time. But that at least has some deniability. This is coach, substitution, back to coach, not cutting to the scout who you're supposed to be doing the profile of, so you can do the voiceover, this is what he's, no. It's just that. And there is another element of this that I just want to get to quickly, Danny, which is we now know who the videographer is, the person's voice. The Patriots in their initial statement wrote, we understand and acknowledge that our video crew, which included independent contractors who shot the video, seemingly trying to distance themselves from it. Well, the voice you hear in that and the person who then released the statement is the suspended Kraft Sports and Entertainment employee, David Mondillo. Mondillo writes he's been with the organization for 18 years. Now, I wasn't able to find 18 years of history there, but I was able to find that I know that in 2012, he did a video on team cheerleaders. I know he was the director for Bill Belichick's weekly television show in 2016. Richard Deitch reported that. And this is someone who has been working with the organization in a hands-on capacity for a very long time. And to me, that's someone who would know about the Patriots' history and would certainly know about the rules in regards to something like this. So I don't know, you know what I mean? I don't know how high up the organization it goes, but the idea that Sully from Southie at his part-time job just, you know what I mean, didn't know what he was doing, that got blown up. And the idea that the video would help exonerate the Patriots, to me, the exact opposite happened yesterday.
They are so busted. I mean, they really are. And the best line of the video is the Cincinnati guy who says, well, I don't see an advanced scout in this video. It is clearly, the video is framed in on the sidelines, on the coaches, on the signals, on the substitutions that are taking place. And it might not seem like a whole lot, but we're talking about a game where how many games do we see come down to one or two plays that are the difference? And anything you can glean. And here's the crazy thing, because I hear, you hear the Patriots fan base say, well, it's Cincinnati, or the people that are trying to excuse this saying, well, why would they need it on Cincinnati? They may not use it this year. I guarantee they didn't use anything there, or they wouldn't have used anything yesterday, but they compile files of every team.
How
and
do
it
you
might come into play down the road. So Seth Wickersham wrote a piece. He did a deep dive piece, and it was all about Spygate. And this was from 2015. And he would talk about it. So from the article, it says, sources with knowledge of the system say an advanced scout, remember that term? That's what we're talking about this one, would attend the games of upcoming Patriots opponents and assemble a spreadsheet of all the signals and corresponding plays. It would go on. Files were created, organized by opponent and by coach. Key to note, Zach Taylor, new coach. So their file is probably outdated. They don't have any information on the Bengals. The crazy thing about this article, again, written 2015, during games, Walsh later told investigators the Patriots videographers were told to look like media members, to tape over their team logos or turn their sweatshirt inside out, to wear credentials that said Patriots TV or Kraft Productions.
And if they were caught, what are they supposed to say?
The videographers were also, this is from the article, written in 2015, they were provided with excuses for what to tell NFL security if asked what they were doing. Tell them you're filming the quarterbacks or the kickers, Jenna, or footage for a team show.
Yeah.
And what is this for? What is their excuse?
For a team
Do
show.
your job, team show, produced by Kraft Productions.
Look,
like this, you can't even make this up. They're so busted.
Two things stuck out to me. One, twice he offered to delete the footage.
Yes.
We'll delete it. Don't worry about it. Well, if you have nothing to hide or if it was a mistake, take it from us. Take it. No, I'll delete it. I don't have backup, nothing. And number two, if you're a videographer who has been hired to do something like this, there's really only one rule when you're doing this. The NFL prohibits teams from filming opponents' sidelines during games. That's exactly what we saw, and he denied knowing this rule.
Well,
that to me is
it's not to me that it's not plausible because of your first point, which is I think it's a key one and I think it's an important one. If I am hired, if I work for Robert Kraft and I have been sent somewhere to do my job, Bengals security don't mean a damn to me. You don't like what I recorded? Okay,
right.
Call my boss. Here's what I'm not doing. Going back to Robert Kraft saying I didn't get, or not act like he reports Robert Kraft directly. Going back to my bosses at Kraft Productions, I didn't get the video. Why not? Some yellow vest guy told me I had to erase it, so I listened to him. The only way you say, I'll erase my work, the only way you immediately say, my bad, my bad, my bad, it doesn't go anywhere, I don't even have a computer, is if you know you're not supposed to be doing that. If you're not trespassing and someone comes and says, get out of here, you say, you get out of here, I'm fine. If you are, you say, my bad, I'll leave. That's what he did. And I think it is a key point. And also, Mike Florio reported last night after David Mondillo's statement came out, the Patriots did not release that statement, nor did they ask him to make that statement. Now, that doesn't mean necessarily they didn't want him to. But when their initial statement involved vague descriptions, including independent contractors, and now 12 hours after this guy's statement comes out, I can tell you that he was with the Patriots in 2012. He says they were there. He's been there 18 years. I understand why the Patriots wouldn't want his name attached to it, because it's hard to say he would appear to be one of your most senior video people, one of your most senior production people, doesn't know the basic rules and regulations when he's out on assignment.
So the league has obviously seen this. This is what Goodell's office has. They mentioned yesterday, or the report came out this week, they're going to take their time in looking into this. If we seem to know what's happening here, what do you think the league is sort of going back and forth on?
Or what the punishment could be?
Well, that's probably the biggest thing. And there is this rift between the Patriots and Roger Goodell and the NFL because of their history. And I'm not saying it's the Patriots' fault, like it's their fault, but their fans will like to say, hey, there's a target on our back. They're out to get us. Well, yes, they're out to get you because you've been busted countless times now. And this is just the latest. We all have children, right? And we're all pretty good parents, but our children mess up sometimes. And this, like the conversation that you hear playing out here is like when I catch one of my daughters doing something wrong and they don't want to admit it right at first. And all of a sudden they start making excuses and you can hear it. You can just hear it in their voice when they're making these excuses. And then all of a sudden the story gets convoluted, or there's a detail that's left out, or there's, discrepancy between the details that are there. That's exactly what's playing out. But the punishment is going to be very interesting to see what happens, because the NFL doesn't want, a Deflategate, long, drawn-out, year-long, type of investigation. They want to handle this quickly, and I'm sure the Patriots do too. They want this to go away, but the NFL has to look at every single detail. Absolutely.
And lastly, and I think it was Michael Strahan who made the point right after this video debuted on Fox yesterday. It was certainly one of the guys up there. I think it was Strahan, which is the focus is going to be, did Belichick order the code red? Was it that somewhat misses the point? Yes, that is important to know. If Belichick texts the guy, make sure you get the sideline, then of course. But even if he didn't, one of our friend Chris Canty's favorite catchphrases from Bill Parcells, who was Belichick's mentor at one point in time, you're either coaching it or you're allowing it. You are either running an organization that has a ethos of every advantage we can get, grab it, even if our wrist has been slapped before, and even if it's been more than a wrist slapping. A first-round pick and $500,000. Or an organization that says, here are the rules, follow them. And to me, whether Belichick knew this was going on or not, there is someone, it would appear to me, David Mondillo, the person whose voice you hear in that video, there is someone he thought, when I come back to work with this, I'm going to get an attaboy. I'm going to show, whether he was told to get it or just thought, best case scenario was for them is he just thought it would be received well. That is the culture of the Patriots organization. It is undeniable, and it's